players, this video is just for you. It is all about the flute, and we're going to talk about some warming up techniques. We're going to be talking about some things I want you to be practicing before I see you tomorrow. So let's get started. First, I want you to start with your head joint. Please do this with me. So if you need to go get your flute, pause this video and go grab it so we can do everything together. I'll wait. Seriously, go get your flute. Like, go get it. Please go get your flute. Thank you. Okay, thanks. Now that you have your flute. So we're gonna start with just the head joint at the top. Okay, let's do a quick reminder about placement. M, kind of line it up and roll out. Now, some people claim this is not a good idea to do it this way, but I think it's a really good starting point. We want to find the place that fits the most comfortable, and then we can get the clearest, purest tone quality out. Now, something I want you to experiment with is not only moving it here and here, but also kind of bumping this side out and kind of experiment with that. So let's play a nice long sound. Now, as you do that, I think my flute is dirty because it feels very sticky on my face. As you do that, do kind of what I just did, kind of move it around, kind of experiment where that sound is going to come out the best. So I kind of found where I like it, and I did experiment with this and rolling in and out. Okay, let's put our flute together. Just a quick reminder, the foot of your flute, so this bottom part, the place where the screw goes, I don't remember the name right now, it should go right kind of down the middle of your first key in your body, the lowest one, okay? And then your tone hole should start out kind of being centered down near the keys on your flute. Now, personal preference, if you like your flute to roll out a little bit more, roll in a little bit more, obviously that adjustment can be made, okay? Let's start with let's do a B flat. Okay, nice long sound. Okay, now I'm not using my tuner, so I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that that's flat, meaning below the pitch where we want to be. So one thing I want you guys to be practicing is kind of intonation, meaning playing at the correct pitch. You can find like free tuners either online or a free app, and it'll show you kind of like a stick that if it goes one way it's too flat and one the other way it's too sharp. We want to be right in the middle. We want to be green. So two things you can do for this. For me, I'm already all the way pushed in. I know that my flute runs pretty flat in general, so I can experiment by rolling in and out to see if I can fix that pitch. So if I roll in, you can kind of hear it changed the pitch, but it made the pitch lower. Well, if I'm flat, I'm already low, so I don't want to roll in or towards my body. And so let's try rolling out. Now this one's a little bit harder because you're kind of angling that hole away from you, so your airstream has to kind of change. But if you can do it just even slightly, it will raise that pitch. You can change your embouchure. Okay, so if I'm saying poo, I can try to get my lips a little bit closer. So it's kind of just kind of find what works for you. And again, I challenge you to practice, especially flute players, because flutes are notoriously kind of just out of tune. But if you practice with that tuner, two things you can do. You can play in tune, which is going to help us match the sound of the band. And two, you can practice a steady pitch. Now, as you notice, as I was kind of messing around, moving my flute around, the consistency of the note definitely changes. So you can hear it's not like one long stream. So what our goal is number one, obviously really good posture. Number two, to keep that our flute still. So once we found that good spot, we don't want to move it, okay? And then keep the air going at the same speed the whole entire time. So it means good breath, nice steady air stream. Okay. Now, I definitely heard some changes, so it's something that I need to work on because I'm not a flute player, so it's not perfect, but I can hear it. I can hear it's kind of wavering, so I want to work on that myself. So now, Mackenzie, since you are a resident 8th grade flute player, this should not be new information to you, but for Miley and Livia, we are going to be doing a lot of something called a concert B-flat scale. So Mackenzie, this might be a reminder to you, but Miley and Livia, this might be something new. So a scale means we're going to go from our B flat, this one, and we're gonna go from low to high. So really, let's do that really quick together. We're gonna go a low B flat to a high B flat, okay? Hopefully you can do it, because I apparently can't. Remember, we're all practicing together. Here we go, let's try it again. For me, that was much better, so hopefully it was better for you as well. Now, to get from the low to the high, I'm kind of changing where my tongue is in my mouth. It's a little bit more forward when I play a low note, and I kind of pull it back a little bit to kind of help that air go. Let's do it again, low to high. All right, let's go low to high, and let's not have a break in between. Now, to get from low B flat to high B flat, we gotta play all the notes in between. So let's start with just 5. B flat, C, D, E flat, F. F, I have to add that first finger back. Let's try those 5 notes. And I did have to take a breath, which we want to be able to practice going from a first note to our 5th note without taking a breath. So let's try it again, and I'll try to get all the way up. Here we go. So I would really encourage you to get those first 5 notes. Try to keep them just as steady as that. One continuous breath, one steady airstream, really smooth consistency going from one note to the next, nice and slow, just like that. Let's do those first 5 notes, but let's do it a little bit faster. Let's go in quarter notes instead of half notes. Ready? Okay. Now we got to add 3 notes to the end of that. So after we played F, we're going to go to G, A, and then end on B flat again. So let's just do F, G, A, B flat, 4 notes. Starting on F. Ready? It's basically just lifting a finger up every time, except when you get to the top, you gotta add that pointer finger back down. Let's try it again, starting on F. Again, we want to get from F to that high B flat, one breath, one continuous sound, one nice, good, warm air tone quality. Let's go from the bottom all the way up to the top. So if you're able to do that, that is a B flat scale. We're going to use that a lot in band class, okay? With that scale, we can go and look at our rhythms that were posted from Friday, and you can use that scale to kind of make your own melody. So rhythm number 1 is all just 8th notes. So what I can do is I can kind of experiment. I'm not gonna do exactly the scale. I could if I wanted to, but I'm feeling a little creative. So I'm gonna do So I decided to do 2 notes on each pitch. You can change it however you like. Now for articulating, meaning separating the notes, if I play 2 of the same notes, or more than 2. Again, I kind of want to find where it works the best for me, where my tongue placement in my mouth feels right. And this could be different for everybody because everybody's mouth is a different shape. It's not the same. But you're going to be saying toot, 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 toot. Now you're obviously not going to say the words. You're just going to. Okay, so keep that tongue kind of high right behind your back teeth. Something like that. So I encourage you to go and kind of experiment with those rhythms, articulation, tone quality, and you master that concert B flat scale. Try to get that by tomorrow because we're going to be, not tomorrow, next week, because we will be using that in band when you have your band instrument in band next week. Tomorrow we'll be doing something in class that does not require an instrument, so your instrument will stay home. Okay? See you tomorrow. Bye.